Okay, guys, let's see what's next in the Grandpa stocking. Wicked children beware. Okay. Cave explorers should also beware, especially when you don't tell anyone where you're going or anything like that, and you don't know that a storm is coming and it's going to trap you in the cave. But anyway, today's Dollar Tree Theater film is Blackwater Abyss. Descend into fear. This is a crocodile movie. It's actually not a giant crocodile. It's a regular sized crocodile, but it's scary enough. This is a crocodile movie, okay? A tense thriller. So we have a group of friends that explore a remote cave system deep in the forest of northern Australia when a tropical storm hits. As the rising floodwaters trap them deep below the surface, something even deadlier emerges: a killer crocodile. This film doesn't really offer a lot. It's new. We've seen a lot of it before. It's pretty well made and pretty well acted. Plot-wise, there's a character that has an asthma inhaler in the beginning. One of the girls, there's two couples and a fifth guy who's like the guide. One of the ladies in the party confides at a bar before they go head out that she's pregnant, and then it's like, oh, does he know? Oh, not yet. And then you also have a scene where, oh no, what happened to the lantern? I thought I checked those batteries. So you see, you see a lot in here that you've seen in other movies. A lot of that sort of drama will play out when they're trapped in the cave, and it's a pretty good, enjoyable movie. It was a pretty decent movie to throw on first thing in the morning. I mean, I watched it in one sitting. It was a 1 cup of coffee movie. I wanted to go get a second cup, but I didn't want to pause it because it was almost over. Anyway, plot-wise, these two couples go to explore a cave that a friend of theirs has discovered, and he would like to set up some tours. In the beginning, even before that, we see a few tourists, 2 tourists from Japan who are hiking, and they get lost, and a bad thing happens to them, and I think you can guess what that is. And basically they go into this cave system. They rappel down into it and go into it, and there's water coming down the walls, and the one guy says, oh, it's just seepage. But then all of a sudden, the sky turns like black, and it starts pouring, and now they're trapped in there, and the water level is rising like crazy. And you know, all those things come into play. Oh, the asthma inhaler's floating in the water. We gotta get it. You know, it's not too long before the crocodile makes its appearance, and I have to say, like, in a movie like this, what you want to know is, how did the crocodile look? How are the effects? Overall, it was pretty good. I would have liked to see a little more of it. I have to say, I got about halfway through it, and I wasn't expecting a lot more. There was a few quick shots. They seemed like they had maybe an animatronic tail, and maybe like a whole body or part of it, and then the rest was CGI that was pretty good. There was one scene where there was a brief shot underwater of the crocodile attacking. All of a sudden, it appeared to be a much smaller crocodile. Perhaps that was a real one. I'm not really sure how they did it, to be honest. If I can't really figure it out, they did a pretty good job of it. The question is, how much do you get to see? So again, I got to a point where I was like, I guess that's all we're going to get. And then, to the film's credit, I got more. We got a little more. We got some pretty good shots of the crocodile coming out of the water. And I like the way the way it's coming out here. And, you know, you think about the old alligator movie with Robert Forster, when it just, you know, the mouth opens and it's just almost like slow motion, gets someone and then comes back. This is more dynamic. Maybe not quite as dynamic as you would see in a real crocodile attack. But it does move pretty good. You get to see like a death roll. But is there a movie called Death Roll, by the way? They need to make a movie called Death Roll. And it's pretty good. Now, there's one scene where it attacks one of the individuals, and it's got him in his jaws. And there's a quick scene where it looks like the guy's body is all like puffy and like huge. That was a little weird to me. I think what happened is, just as I was saying with Carney, you know, you don't have many scenes of the Jersey Devil like that on the cover. You don't really get that, where it's attacking someone or grabbing someone or biting someone. You see the after effects, because when they try to blend it together, then they have to CGI the human, and I think that's what happened in this film, that brief scene. I was going to go back and watch it, but then there was a clip on YouTube where it says the crocodile attack, so I watched it and I was able to like pause it and look at it, and it didn't look great. But there's a few other scenes that look good. This is a very claustrophobic film. You know, a lot of the drama is really about the water level rising, and you know, there's lots of scenes where they've got to hold their breath and go from one chamber to another. And then you've got the drama that unfolds about the pregnant woman, and you know, there are ankles that are twisted and things like, you know, ankles get stuck underwater, things like that. Lanterns run out of batteries. The crocodile attacks a few times. There are some survivors. You think that the movie's over, and to its credit, it does have a pretty good kind of a surprise ending. It might not be a surprise that an ending is coming, but it's executed rather well. Just be warned, if you go looking for this on YouTube, that ending scene is very prominently displayed. If you don't want the film ruined, if this sounds like something that's up your alley, I wouldn't even watch the trailer, I would just watch it. It's a crocodile attack movie. Pretty decent one. Alright guys, there you go, Blackwater Abyss. Thanks.